Every single day you wake up with one priceless opportunity, the opportunity to become better than you were yesterday. Success is not reserved for the lucky, the talented, or the privileged. Success belongs to the individual who makes a decision to grow daily. The greatest competition you will ever face is not against another person. It is against the person you were yesterday. Every day either adds value to your future or quietly steals it away. The quality of your life will always be determined by the quality of the improvements you make consistently. You don't change your life by making one giant leap. You change it by making thousands of small decisions that move you in the right direction. Every improvement, no matter how small, is a vote for the person you are becoming. The first thing you must improve daily is your mindset, because your life cannot rise above the level of your thinking. Long before success appears in your hands, it begins in your mind. Many people remain trapped not because they lack ability, but because they have accepted limitations that were never real. They have allowed fear to become their advisor and doubt to become their closest companion. Your mind is like fertile soil. Whatever you plant there will eventually grow. If you plant excuses, excuses will multiply. If you plant confidence, courage will flourish. Train yourself every day to think beyond obstacles and focus on possibilities. Every inventor, every entrepreneur, every leader, and every achiever first changed the way they thought before they changed the world around them. The moment your thinking expands, your opportunities begin to expand with it. Never underestimate the power of a renewed mindset, because your future will always follow the direction of your thoughts. The second thing you must improve every day is your knowledge. Ignorance is expensive because it keeps people living beneath their potential. Knowledge opens doors that talent alone cannot unlock. Every page you read, every lesson you learn, every skill you study becomes another tool that prepares you for opportunities others cannot recognize. The world rewards those who solve problems, and you cannot solve problems you refuse to understand. Make learning a daily habit instead of an occasional activity. Read books that challenge your thinking. Listen to people who have accomplished what you hope to achieve. Ask better questions, because better questions always produce better answers. Growth begins the moment you admit that there is always something new to learn. Never allow yesterday's knowledge to become tomorrow's limitation. The third thing you must improve daily is your health, because your dreams require energy. It is difficult to build an extraordinary future while neglecting the body that must carry you there. Many people spend years chasing success only to discover they no longer have the strength to enjoy it. Your body is your greatest asset for accomplishing your goals. Feed it with nutritious food, move it through exercise, allow it enough rest, and protect it from habits that slowly destroy its potential. Small, healthy decisions repeated every day create extraordinary strength over time. When your body feels stronger, your mind becomes sharper, your confidence grows higher, and your productivity reaches another level. Excellence demands energy, and energy comes from taking care of yourself consistently. The fourth thing you must improve every day is your discipline, because discipline is the bridge between your dreams and your achievements. Everyone has goals, but very few have the daily habits required to reach them. Motivation may inspire you for a moment, but discipline carries you through the days when excitement disappears. There will be mornings when you don't feel like working, evenings when you feel tired, and moments when giving up seems easier than moving forward. Those are the moments that define your future. Discipline is choosing what you want most over what you want now. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you strengthen your confidence. Every time you finish what you started, you prove that your future matters more than your temporary feelings. The people who build remarkable lives are not necessarily the most gifted. They are simply the most consistent. The fifth thing you must improve every day is your communication, because your words have the power to create opportunities or destroy them. Your voice is one of your greatest tools for influence. Learn to speak with clarity, confidence, and purpose. Listen carefully before responding, because understanding is far more valuable than simply being heard. People remember how you make them feel long after they forget what you said. Respectful communication builds trust, and trust creates relationships that open doors throughout life. Speak solutions instead of complaints. Encourage instead of discouraging. Inspire instead of criticizing. Every conversation is an opportunity to leave someone stronger than you found them, and those who master communication become people others naturally want to follow. The sixth thing you must improve every day is your skills, because your value in the marketplace is determined by the problems you can solve. Talent may give you a starting point, but skill determines how far you can go. Every expert was once a beginner who refused to quit practicing. Greatness is never an accident. It is the result of deliberate improvement repeated thousands of times. Whether you are writing, speaking, designing, teaching, leading, creating, or building, commit yourself to becoming slightly better every day. Excellence is not a destination you suddenly arrive at. It is a habit you develop through constant refinement. The more valuable your skills become, the more valuable your contribution becomes, and the more opportunities begin to find you. The seventh thing you must improve daily is your relationships, because no one builds a meaningful life alone. The strongest people understand the importance of investing in others. Learn to appreciate people while they are with you. Encourage them, celebrate their victories, and stand beside them during difficult seasons. Strong relationships are built through consistency, honesty, kindness, and respect. Never allow pride to destroy what humility could preserve. Learn to forgive quickly, communicate openly, and value people beyond what they can offer you. Success without meaningful relationships often feels empty, because achievement is far more rewarding when it can be shared with people who genuinely care about you. The eighth thing you must improve every day is your time management, because time is the one resource that cannot be replaced. Every person receives the same 24 hours, yet the difference between ordinary and extraordinary often lies in how those hours are used. Successful people do not necessarily have more time. They simply make better decisions with the time they have. Stop allowing distractions to consume the hours that could be building your future. Prioritize what truly matters instead of what merely demands your attention. Every minute spent intentionally becomes an investment in tomorrow, while every minute wasted becomes an opportunity that will never return. Guard your time, because your future is quietly being built 1 hour at a time. The ninth thing you must improve daily is your character, because your reputation may introduce you, but your character determines whether people continue trusting you. Character is revealed when no one is watching. It is choosing honesty when dishonesty seems easier. It is keeping your promises even when breaking them would be more convenient. It is treating every person with dignity regardless of their position or influence. Skills may get you hired. Intelligence may make people notice you. But character is what keeps doors open for a lifetime. Build a life where your integrity speaks louder than your words. A person with strong character creates lasting influence, because people trust those whose actions consistently match their values. The 10th thing you must improve every single day is your gratitude, because gratitude transforms your perspective. It teaches you to recognize progress instead of constantly focusing on what is missing. People who appreciate what they have often discover greater motivation to pursue what they want. Gratitude produces resilience, because it reminds you that every challenge also contains lessons, every setback contains growth, and every new day offers another opportunity to move forward. Instead of measuring your life only by what you have not achieved yet, also celebrate how far you have already come. Appreciation creates optimism. Optimism fuels perseverance, and perseverance leads to lasting success. A grateful person does not wait for the perfect future to become happy. They use today's blessings as fuel to create an even better tomorrow. The greatest transformation you will ever experience does not begin in your circumstances. It begins in your thinking. Before your hands can build something remarkable, your mind must first believe it is possible. Every invention, every successful business, every great achievement, and every meaningful breakthrough existed first as an idea in someone's mind. Your thoughts are not random events. They are the architects of your future. If your thinking remains small, your results will remain small. If your thinking expands, your possibilities expand with it. This is why improving your mindset every single day is not optional. It is essential. The quality of your future will never exceed the quality of your thinking, because every decision, every action, and every habit originates in the mind. Many people spend their lives waiting for their environment to change before they change themselves. They believe that when they have more money, they will think bigger. When they receive recognition, they will become confident. When opportunities arrive, they will finally believe in themselves. But life works in the opposite direction. Your external world often reflects the beliefs you have accepted internally. If you constantly tell yourself that you are not capable, your actions will quietly agree with that belief. If you convince yourself that failure is permanent, you will stop trying before success has a chance to appear. Your mind is constantly listening to the conversations you have with yourself. That is why you must become intentional about replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones. The moment your thinking changes, your behavior begins to change. And when your behavior changes consistently, your entire life begins moving in a new direction. Never allow fear to become the author of your future. Fear has convinced countless people to settle for less than they were capable of achieving. It whispers that the dream is too big, the competition is too strong, the timing is too late, or the risk is too high. Yet history repeatedly proves that extraordinary achievements belong to ordinary people who refuse to let fear make their decisions. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is choosing to move forward despite uncertainty. Every day, you must train your mind to focus on possibilities rather than obstacles. Problems will always exist, but so will opportunities. The difference is that successful people have conditioned themselves to search for solutions while others remain trapped studying the problem. A disciplined mind refuses to be controlled by temporary circumstances because it understands that circumstances change, but vision remains. Your mindset also determines how you respond to failure. People with a fixed mindset see failure as evidence that they are not good enough, while people committed to growth see failure as valuable feedback. Every mistake contains a lesson. Every setback carries information. Every disappointment develops wisdom that success alone could never teach. Instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" begin asking, "What is this experience teaching me?" That single question transforms frustration into education. The people who eventually succeed are not those who never fail. They are those who refuse to let failure become their identity. They understand that losing a battle does not mean losing the war. As long as you continue learning, adapting, and improving, every obstacle becomes another stepping stone toward your destination. Each morning you have the opportunity to renew your thinking before the world influences it. Fill your mind with ideas that strengthen your confidence, expand your vision, and challenge you to become better than yesterday. Protect your thoughts from negativity, because whatever repeatedly enters your mind will eventually shape your reality. Surround yourself with conversations that inspire growth rather than excuses. Read material that stretches your understanding. Listen to voices that encourage excellence instead of mediocrity. The greatest investment you can ever make is the investment you make in your own mind, because once your thinking rises to a higher level, your decisions become wiser, your actions become stronger, and your future becomes greater than you once imagined. Every lasting transformation begins with a transformed mindset, and that transformation starts with the choice you make today to think differently than you did yesterday. One of the greatest misconceptions about success is the belief that extraordinary lives are built through extraordinary moments. In reality, extraordinary lives are built through ordinary actions, repeated with extraordinary consistency. The smallest improvements you make today may seem insignificant, almost invisible, but never underestimate their power. A single page read today may not make you an expert, but a page every day for a year will transform your understanding. A short workout may not completely change your body, but consistent movement over months will change your strength, your energy, and your confidence. One new skill practiced for a few minutes each day may not seem impressive now, but over time, it becomes the very skill that separates you from the crowd. Greatness is rarely created by dramatic events. It is created by daily decisions that most people consider too small to matter. The reason many people never experience lasting transformation is because they become discouraged by slow progress. They expect visible results after only a few days of effort, and when those results do not appear, they assume their work is meaningless. But life does not reward impatience. Nature itself teaches that every powerful tree begins as a tiny seed hidden beneath the soil. For a long time, nothing appears to be happening on the surface, yet beneath the ground, the roots are quietly growing stronger every single day. The same principle applies to your own development. Every book you read, every lesson you learn, every disciplined choice you make is strengthening the unseen foundation of your future. Just because progress is not immediately visible does not mean progress is not taking place. The greatest changes often happen long before anyone else can see them. Consistency is far more powerful than intensity. Anyone can become excited for a day, inspired for a week, or motivated for a month. The real challenge is continuing when the excitement fades and the work becomes routine. Success belongs to those who understand that discipline is more valuable than temporary emotion. There will be days when improvement feels slow, when your efforts seem unnoticed, and when quitting appears easier than continuing. Those are the moments that matter most. Every time you choose consistency over convenience, you strengthen your character. Every time you continue despite discomfort, you prove that your commitment is stronger than your emotions. The habits you repeat daily are quietly writing the story of your future, whether you realize it or not. Think about the remarkable structures that have stood for generations. They were never completed in a single day. Every brick was placed with intention, every layer added with patience, and every stage completed before moving to the next. Imagine if the builders had stopped because they could not see the finished masterpiece after the first few days. Nothing lasting is built through shortcuts. Your life is no different. Every conversation in which you choose wisdom over impulse, every hour spent learning instead of wasting time, every effort to improve your health, your mindset, or your skills is another brick in the foundation of the future you are creating. The world often celebrates the finished masterpiece while overlooking the thousands of quiet moments of discipline that made it possible. Learn to appreciate those quiet moments because they are where true success is born. Never become so focused on achieving perfection that you neglect the importance of progress. Perfection often creates fear because it convinces people they must get everything right before taking action. Progress, on the other hand, creates momentum. Becoming just 1% better each day may not seem impressive in the moment, but over months and years, it produces a version of yourself that is almost unrecognizable from where you started. The person who commits to daily improvement eventually develops greater wisdom, stronger habits, sharper skills, deeper confidence, and a level of resilience that cannot be gained overnight. Remember, your future is not determined by one extraordinary decision. It is shaped by the ordinary choices you faithfully repeat every single day. When you commit yourself to consistent self-improvement, you are not merely changing your habits, you are transforming your destiny one day at a time. One of the most powerful truths you will ever discover is that success is not an event, it is a habit. Many people spend their lives searching for the secret formula that will instantly change everything, but lasting success has never been built on occasional moments of greatness. It is built on daily habits that are repeated with purpose and consistency. The future you dream about is being shaped right now by the routines you choose every single day. Your habits are quietly deciding the direction of your life long before your results become visible. If your daily actions are aligned with your goals, success becomes a natural outcome. But if your daily habits contradict your dreams, no amount of wishing or hoping will change your destination. Every habit is casting a vote for the person you are becoming. Many people misunderstand motivation. They believe they must first feel inspired before they take action. They wait for the perfect mood, the perfect opportunity, or the perfect moment to begin. The problem with that approach is that emotions are temporary. Some days you will wake up feeling energized, confident, and ready to conquer the world. Other days you may feel tired, discouraged, or uncertain. If your progress depends entirely on how you feel, then your future will always be controlled by changing emotions. This is why discipline is more valuable than motivation. Discipline allows you to continue moving forward even when your feelings suggest stopping. It reminds you that your commitment to your future is greater than your comfort in the present. The people who accomplish extraordinary things are not those who always feel motivated. They are those who have trained themselves to act regardless of how they feel. Look at every successful profession, every outstanding athlete, every respected leader, or every skilled creator. Behind every visible achievement are countless invisible days of repetition, preparation, and consistent effort. The applause is public, but the preparation is private. People admire the finished result without seeing the years of discipline that made it possible. They celebrate the championship, but rarely witness the early mornings, the late nights, the repeated practice, and the sacrifices that happened when no one was watching. This is why you must learn to value the process more than the applause. Your daily habits may seem ordinary, but they are quietly preparing you for opportunities that have not yet arrived. When the opportunity finally appears, people may call you lucky, but you will know that your consistency prepared you long before the opportunity came. Every day presents you with two choices. You can choose what is easy, or you can choose what is necessary. The easy choice often brings temporary comfort, but very little progress. The necessary choice may require effort, patience, and self-control, but it always moves you closer to your goals. Each decision may seem small on its own, yet over time those decisions accumulate into the story of your life. Reading instead of endlessly scrolling through distractions, practicing your craft instead of procrastinating, exercising instead of making excuses, and finishing important tasks instead of postponing them may appear insignificant for one day. However, when these choices become habits, they create a life of excellence. Never underestimate the power of one disciplined decision repeated consistently, because your habits are writing your future long before your future arrives. Remember that your destiny is not determined by what you do occasionally. It is determined by what you do consistently. A single productive day cannot erase months of neglect, just as one difficult day cannot destroy months of faithful effort. What matters most is returning every day with renewed commitment to becoming better than yesterday. Keep showing up, keep learning, keep improving, keep moving forward, even when progress feels slow. There will come a day when all those ordinary moments of discipline will combine to produce extraordinary results. People will notice the success, but only you will understand that it was never one dramatic moment that changed your life. It was the quiet decision made again and again to build habits that honored your dreams more than your excuses. That is how lasting success is created, one intentional day at a time. One of the greatest mistakes people make is believing that success is measured only by achievements, possessions, or public recognition. While accomplishments are important, they are not the complete picture of a successful life. True success is measured by the kind of person you become while pursuing your goals and by the positive influence you leave on the lives of others. Titles may earn respect for a season, wealth may create comfort, and talent may attract attention, but your character is what earns lasting trust. Long after people forget your accomplishments, they will remember how you treated them, how you made them feel, and whether your actions reflected the values you claim to live by. A meaningful life is not built only by reaching great heights, but by lifting others as you climb. Character is developed through choices that no one else may ever see. It is revealed in the quiet moments when there is no audience to applaud you and no reward waiting at the end. It is choosing honesty when dishonesty would be easier. It is keeping your promises even when doing so requires sacrifice. It is accepting responsibility instead of making excuses when things go wrong. Anyone can appear impressive when circumstances are favorable, but true character is revealed when life becomes difficult. Challenges have a remarkable way of exposing what is already inside us. They do not create our character, they reveal it. That is why you must work every day to strengthen your integrity, because when pressure comes, you will not rise to the level of your intentions. You will respond according to the character you have built. Equally important are the relationships you cultivate throughout your journey. No one reaches significance in isolation. Every meaningful achievement is supported by people who encouraged, challenged, taught, or believed in you along the way. Success becomes far more valuable when it is shared with people who genuinely care about your growth. Yet strong relationships do not happen by accident. They are built intentionally through trust, respect, kindness, and genuine communication. Learn to listen with the desire to understand rather than simply to respond. Celebrate the success of others without allowing comparison to steal your joy. Offer encouragement when someone is struggling and express appreciation before people have to wonder whether they matter. The strongest relationships are built through consistent acts of respect, not occasional grand gestures. Your influence in life will never depend solely on what you know. It will depend on who you are. People may admire intelligence, but they choose to follow those they trust. They may be impressed by your abilities, but they remain loyal because of your integrity. Influence is not about controlling people. It is about inspiring confidence through your example. Every conversation, every decision, and every action is communicating something about your values. Ask yourself each day, if someone followed my example, would it lead them toward excellence? That question has the power to transform the way you live. Becoming a person of strong character means your words and your actions tell the same story. When there is consistency between what you believe and how you behave, you become someone whose presence creates confidence and whose life becomes a source of inspiration for others. Never sacrifice your character in pursuit of temporary success, because success gained without integrity is often success that cannot be sustained. Opportunities may come because of your talent, but lasting opportunities remain because people know they can depend on you. Build a reputation for honesty, humility, reliability, and respect. Protect your relationships by valuing people more than personal gain. Let your success never come at the expense of your principles or your compassion. In the end, the most successful individuals are not remembered merely for what they achieved, but for the lives they touched, the trust they earned, and the example they set. When you improve your character and nurture meaningful relationships every day, you are building a legacy that will continue to influence others long after your achievements have been forgotten. Every day you are given two priceless gifts that no one else can manage on your behalf: your time and your perspective. Time determines what you can build, while gratitude determines how you experience the journey of building it. Many people dream of an extraordinary future, yet they spend their days treating time as though it has no value. Others become so focused on what they have not yet achieved that they completely overlook the progress they have already made. A fulfilled and successful life is created when you learn to use your time with intention and to appreciate every step of your growth. The future belongs to those who understand that every hour is an opportunity to create value, and every day is another chance to become a better version of themselves. Time is the one resource that treats every person equally. Every leader, every entrepreneur, every artist, every athlete, and every successful individual begins each morning with the same 24 hours. The difference is not found in having more time. It is found in making better decisions with the time available. Every minute you spend is an investment, whether you realize it or not. The question is never whether you are investing your time, it is what you are investing it in. Are you investing in habits that move you closer to your purpose, or are you allowing distractions to quietly steal the future you desire? Every unnecessary delay, every moment of procrastination, and every hour wasted on things that add no value carries a hidden cost. While money lost can often be earned again, time spent carelessly is gone forever. That is why wise people treat time as one of life's greatest assets and guard it with intention. Living with purpose requires learning the difference between what is urgent and what is important. Many people spend their entire day reacting to interruptions, distractions, and endless demands, yet they finish the day wondering why they made no real progress. Productivity is not about being constantly busy. It is about directing your energy toward the things that truly matter. Ask yourself regularly, is what I am doing today helping me become the person I want to become tomorrow? That simple question has the power to transform your daily choices. When you consistently give your best attention to meaningful goals instead of temporary distractions, each day becomes another building block in the life you are creating. Small moments, managed wisely, eventually produce extraordinary achievements. At the same time, never allow ambition to rob you of gratitude. There is nothing wrong with striving for greater success, but if you are never grateful for where you are today, you will struggle to appreciate where you arrive tomorrow. Gratitude changes the way you see your life. It shifts your attention from constant dissatisfaction to meaningful progress. Instead of measuring your life only by what is still missing, begin recognizing the knowledge you have gained, the strength you have developed, the challenges you have overcome, and the opportunities that continue to shape your future. A grateful person carries a different kind of confidence because they understand that every experience, whether easy or difficult, has contributed something valuable to their growth. Gratitude does not make you complacent. It gives you the emotional strength to continue pursuing excellence without losing your sense of fulfillment. When you combine intentional time management with a grateful mindset, you develop a powerful approach to life. You stop wasting precious days waiting for the perfect moment and begin making the most of the present one. You become more focused because you understand the value of every hour, and you become more resilient because gratitude reminds you that progress is worth celebrating even before the final destination is reached. Success is not simply about reaching the top. It is about becoming wiser, stronger, and more purposeful with each passing day. Protect your time because it is creating your future. Practice gratitude because it is enriching your present. When these two habits become part of your daily life, you will discover that true success is not only measured by what you achieve, but also by the purpose with which you live and the appreciation with which you embrace every step of the journey.